everyone, I'm Kathryn, and I'm zooming out from one of the blockades of the road between France and Belgium being blocked. I mentioned this in a past video, and I don't know why I was surprised by this, because they said on the news that they were going to block the roads, but I didn't think that they were going to physically block them. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. And the way that I'm going right now, this road here, they had it originally blocked with just a pile of dirt. Then I don't know how it happened. I'm guessing people telephoned somebody, and they moved the dirt and put a cinder block in the middle because there's lots of farmers around this area. And I haven't tried it, and I'm not going to. I'm just saying, I don't feel like this cinder block that's in the middle of the road is high enough to actually stop a car from passing. Again, I don't know, that's just my 2 cents. Either way, I'm going to be respectful because I know they don't want people going this way, and I'll go the way that they want us to. But I wanted to show you guys that, hey, at least in Belgium, we're taking the coronavirus seriously. Which, by the way, if you happen to be new here and you don't know, I'm Kathryn. I'm an American and I live in Belgium, and I'm really happy about that because holy crap. Wow, America. Wow. I'll miss you when you all die. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm going on a quarantine walk because it's the one thing that we can do. But now it's a little bit better because we're slowly starting to open up. And guys, I have the best news to announce. I've been saying this for the longest time, that we were gonna move, and back in March when the coronavirus hit and we were going to go into lockdown, it was originally only going to be for 2 weeks, and it was going to end on the day that we were supposed to go inside the house. But as luck would have it, they extended it, and our appointment to sign the house got canceled. And then they extended it again, and it just perpetually kept getting canceled. Life sucks. Anywho, the 12th, we signed the house, guys. We own the house. And by the way, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture of some beautiful climbing roses that I now own. And we own a house. And this past week, which, by the way, when I say past week, I mean the week of, what would it have been? Like the 12th to the 15th. I'm doing the voiceover for this video on the 17th, and it's not going to come out to the 22nd. So when I talk about the future, I'm talking about this week that just passed. And when I'm talking about the past, I'm talking about the week before. Just FYI, I know, it's all confusing. But we signed the house on a Tuesday. We went all dolled up, hand sanitizer, face mask, the whole deal to go sign for this house. And then ever since, I've been taking boxes to the new house because it's still sort of sticky with us being able to rent a car, or not a car, a truck to move all the bigger pieces of furniture and getting people to come to, do things like internet and telephone and stuff. Oh, but it's so great, guys. We finally have our house. I'm so happy. It's such a beautiful house. Which, guess what? Now that we're leaving this house, there will be a video where I show you this whole house, because I won't care anymore since we won't live here. And then maybe someday, if we ever move, which we shouldn't, we should never be moving again. Which, if you're wondering why I'm so bitter about this, is when we moved to France, our house in France, the beautiful, wonderful, amazing house that we bought in France, that was supposed to be our forever home. And then life laughed in our faces, and it wasn't. And, okay, the whole house in France is a whole other story. But I've told Prince Charming that we have to stay in the house in Belgium for at least 5 years. At least. And then we'll have stayed longer in that house than in the house in France. Oh, but I'm so excited. Mainly because there's all this free furniture that I've been able to get from my great grandmother-in-law. I think that's what she would have been to me, not sure. And then the people who owned the house had some staging furniture that they had left in the house, which they no longer wanted. And the best piece of furniture that they left was a bar. And like one of those old-timey bars where you open the top bit and it comes down and there's like places to have alcohol and drinks. And oh my gosh, it's so 70s, 60s. I don't know what time period it would be, but it just reminds me of something my grandparents would own, and I'm so happy. And I don't know how, because it's a heavy piece of furniture. It needs to stay downstairs and my studio's upstairs, but somehow I'm going to work it so that it's a backdrop for like beer mistresses somehow. I don't know. It's a lovely piece of furniture. I love it. I love free things. It's great. Anywho, that's the whole adventure with my house, which I know I rambled on for 6 minutes. But guys, I can't begin to express just how much of a weight has been lifted off of my shoulders, because I've wanted to move, but I also didn't want to move because moving is this whole hassle. But now we have things in the house, and it's sort of getting to the point where all the packing now, it's what's essential and what isn't essential. And I can't wait till we're in the new house. I really can't. I'm so excited. Now that all the house stuff is out of the way, because that's the big epic piece of news. I just thought I'd talk about, sort of quarantine life in Belgium, because some places they're not really doing anything. They say they're closed, but compared to Belgium, they're not. And when I say places, I mean the US. So Prince Charming has been working from home, which is great because, I don't actually want him in at work where he could get the coronavirus from his fellow, colleagues. But it also means that he's in his office, which is where I also happen to do YouTube videos. So that sort of means I can only work on them in the evenings after he's done with work or on the weekends. And I am not somebody who likes to work on things in the evening. I like to have my family time and to have my me time where I can ignore everybody, because having the kids home from school is such a pain because they're not on vacation. Nobody's on vacation and everybody just keeps giving everybody work. It's like, Now, I don't want to complain too much about the school because my children's school has been amazing. Oh my gosh. The teachers have put so much effort into doing these online videos, which is on a Google type drive thing. And it's so simple. It does take a bit of time. It takes almost a whole morning, but the kids can go on the computer, they watch these little videos, there's interactive things. It's so great, and I'm so thankful that the teachers have taken this initiative to make these videos, but also make it user-friendly for the parents. The only downside is that I sort of got kicked out of my classes, which were also online, except that they started to want to do classes like through Zoom, and my computer was just no. I don't know why, but anytime I try to use my camera or if I use any type of interactive software on my old computer, it crashes and I couldn't figure it out. So I needed to use the desktop, but I couldn't because Prince Charming's working and all that. So sent off an email to my school explaining the situation, and I was sort of hoping that they would allow me to borrow one of the school laptops, which would have been so helpful, because another issue is that there was this software that I needed to download to be able to do the one thing for one of the classes, and it would not download onto my computer. But the computer that I use at school, it had it, and my life would have been so much easier, but they were like, no, you can't borrow it. And I sent an email like, hey, I'm sorry, but my kids aren't in school, my husband's working at home, and I have to, watch them. I can't attend classes on my computer. Also, I can't even get the program to work so that I can attend these classes. And they were just like, okay, figure it out. And I was like, how? Like, what am I supposed to do? The kids are at home. I don't have access to another computer. So it sort of sucks, but at the same time, I'm relieved about that because my school was one of the things that just was causing so much stress. It's not that it was difficult, it's just that there was so much extra work because of the language difference. They were giving us all these extra reading assignments. Reading and writing are not the same thing as listening and speaking. Listening and speaking is so much easier than having to read and write. And so they give us this assignment that's supposed to take 3 to 4 hours, and this assignment would take me the whole day. And this would be the whole day of me having to perpetually tell my children, please, mama's working, you need to be quiet. Mama's working, you can't do this, you can't do that. The kids also weren't working on any of their schoolwork because there wasn't time because I was doing all of my crap. And so sort of sucks, but at the same time, I was only taking these classes because I missed the deadline for university in Belgium, which also, happy news, I got accepted into university, which was also this whole stressful thing because right before the lockdown, I found out that there was all this paperwork that I needed to send in, despite the fact that I had an email that said that I didn't, and I was like, oh crap, there's no way I'm going to do it because I knew that the schools in Pennsylvania were closed. But oh my goodness, everybody was just so chill. I got all my paperwork in and I'm officially registered and I will be attending classes in September. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Life has been so stressful the past couple of months and it is so hectic right now with the move, but everything is coming together and it's so happy right now. In fact, the only sad thing that I can come up with is that there's this restaurant that is right up the road from where we live currently, and I realize that we will be in the new house and move most likely before it reopens, and that makes me really sad. But at the same time, I'm thinking there has to be something that's close to where we live now, which probably isn't realistic because I've been telling people that we're moving to Low, and it turns out that no, we're not. It's like a community of the big city, and it's actually this really tiny little place because I swear, I don't pay attention to stuff. Anywho, that's what I have for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this walking video with me rambling on about my life, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, tell me how you guys are doing because I love hearing back from you, and I will see you guys next week. Tot ziens, my applezines.